Hi everyone, George here. I'm really honoured to be in a world famous biotope specialist shop, Panta Rhei in Germany. It's part of my European tour, and Germany is my last country, and this is going to be one of the last shops I visit, and I've wanted to come here for a few years now. I've seen loads of cool videos and heard loads of cool things about it, and now I'm actually here to share it with you guys. So let's start off with this tank. It's got some awesome biotope displays. This one is a super fast flowing stream. Panta Rhei specialise in really high-end pumps. They're not just any old pump. They produce a very, very special flow. They're computer controlled, designed and built in Germany, so super high quality. And this is just a quick example of how powerful they are. So if you look at the back right here, you can see the water's fairly coming out of there at a fair rate of knots. But we can go on to the computer now. Owner here, good to see you. Thanks for inviting me in. What's your name? Do you want to introduce yourself quickly to the camera?
I'm Matthias Kellich, the owner and founder of Panta Rhei, and we are also designing and building all these pumps and possibilities for the aquarium.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to have a look how it's running really fast.
Yes. So we have some plex in here which like it's super fast. So you can hear the change in the sound there. And then just check this out. So if we're lucky, we might be able to see some fish enjoying the sea. There we go. So these fish, this is all designed to mimic the natural habitat. So these fish in the wild will live in really fast flowing streams, really high in oxygen. And there's 17 of these in here. They're all breeding. They've all got a very special diet as well. And the whole philosophy behind Panta Rhei as a company is to mimic these natural habitats as closely as possible. So they have a 5-step approach. It's about the lighting, temperature, water chemistry, flow, and what else was it?
And food.
And the food. The food is really special. So some of us at home maybe feed 1, 2, maybe 3 types of food, and we keep that quite standard throughout the year. But what Panta Rhei have done, they've developed, how many foods is it now? 9?
9 different recipes,
Right.
but also the granules are different, whether they are taken from the ground or from the top of the surface,
Yeah.
or from the watercolor.
Okay.
So you need different kind of granules for that.
And that diet varies throughout the year depending on the seasons. So
Yes.
different water levels will mean you have need a different type of diet. And so it's just another part of this 5-piece puzzle, if you like, to create the most natural habitats possible.
Yes.
Yeah. So really, really cool what these guys are doing. It's not any ordinary fish shop. These fish are like some of the healthiest I've ever seen. They're obviously fed on a really good diet. Everything's controlled just to make it as natural as possible for the fish, and you can see that in their health. So let's go and have a look at some more displays. The lights have gone off.
So we can start the waves here.
Yes, yeah. Can we have the light on as well?
Not yet, because it's running live.
Ah,
now it's
okay.
sunset and it's going down now.
No problem. So this has got a really cool wave making device. So these are cichlids from Tanganyika, and maybe Matthias can explain the wave process for us.
The wave process is very easy. We've got a pump standing up right there, and it is pushing the water into this box. This box is closed by a plate which is connected by 2 magnets. And these 2 magnets can be moved up and down, and that will create a bigger or a smaller wave. So when the water becomes too heavy, the magnets will open, create a wave, and the next water is coming up by the pump in a wave mode. So that's what we are doing to make a box like this, and you can design it for every kind of aquarium. You can make a small one, 40 centimeters, or you can do a 4 or 5 meter one. It will do the same.
It's amazing. And as the waves come down, that's going to stir up the water and the substrate, and that's where the food will come up, I guess.
Yes.
And that's why the fish will come out, particularly when the waves are crashing.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So you have seen before, all the fish are coming out now. Even the sunset is going down now.
Yeah.
You see the fish come out, become active, because they are looking for food. only for the reason the waves are existing.
That's really cool. Okay, let's move on over here. This is probably my favourite setup. And I've got a soft spot for Discus anyway. Get this black water setup. Super healthy fish. You can always tell a healthy Discus because it's got a really kind of fat head when you look at them end on. We've got some more plex in there as well. Just have to excuse the reflections. So this is obviously going to be super low pH, I guess.
Yes, it's a pH about 5.8.
Yeah.
And it is made by tannins, which are coming out of the wood.
Yeah.
All these
botanicals,
which are in there. And we are using natural tanned water from a peat swamp.
Oh, okay, from the swamp.
So,
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Okay, cool. Can you tell us about this aquarium?
So if you want to, it's a Pallid Areum,
Yeah.
which is with a different water level inside, because we're simulating rainy season and dry season.
Okay.
Now the water is coming up. If you want to, we can start some rain, so maybe it's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Will last some minutes, but it will work.
And what fish have we got in here?
Here are only Cichlids zebrina from the Rio Vento Ari.
Beautiful.
It's a group of 5, I think, and they are living in a high, low area. But in the rainy season, the water level rises up and is flooding the woods. And so that's what we are simulating here. Now you can see the rain starts as really natural drops, not as a spray, as you know from different kinds of
rain.
So because the falling drops on the surface will form a typical noise and a typical surface structure. That's what the fishes realize, and this will make them realize the rainy season is running now.
Okay.
Because that's a possibility to know when they should start their breeding.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the reason why we are trying to get really big drops.
Yeah. So you've got like a soaker hose here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that gives this droplet effect. Very clever. So it's the noise that triggers their behaviour.
Yes, but the noise we cannot hear. The noise is made on the dropping on the surface, and it is creating a body noise, we call it. I don't know the English
Like a
expression,
vibration?
but yeah, it's like a vibration.
Yeah. That's very cool. Excellent. Okay, let's move on. So this is Caracins, Tetras, Echinodorus, so obviously South American style Biotope.
There are some neozones in there. You see in the cryptorite.
Yeah. So I recognise lemon tetras. I've seen these before.
Yeah. This is Vadai.
Yeah. What are these ones with the black stripe?
That's blue ribbon.
Very nice.
They are also feeding on this special diet of food, which is coming from the top. I will show you.
Yeah, cool.
Very easy to see. When you use this kind of food, you can see when the fish are using the current also, they go for the food over there and not at the process, at the point where you're feeding. This is a special diet which is made for caracines and a lot of other fish which are feeding on the surface, on falling insects, falling pollen and things like that. And this diet is very rich in proteins and very low in fat.
Right.
So the animals which are feeding on this are producing a lot of eggs. So for the mating season, you need a diet like this.
Okay.
But for the dry season, for example, when they are not taking care for the eggs, they are taking care for their lives.
So they need more energy, which they get from the fat.
Yeah.
Okay, got you.
More fat.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, great. Let's move on to the. This is cool. So when you walk in, this is the entrance, and then this is the first thing you kind of see when you come in. This is beautiful. I love this aquascape here, the woods. And this is South American cichlids? Central American.
So there are some from Mexico and a little bit south to Costa Rica.
Funny.
So
And
now
we have
the
breeding,
yeah, they are
breeding pair down here. Is she guarding some eggs or he guarding some
I
eggs?
think they will start tomorrow.
Okay.
Just preparing.
Wow.
So if you want to, I will go, get up the current a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it's calming down for the night at present. So we can go down up there.
These are big fish. Beautiful. So the lights and the pumps are all controlled by computer, and they're all interlinked. It's all
Now
part.
the current is coming up. You should see at the fish and also at the water surface.
Oh yeah. Look at that surface movement there. And then
You see all these particles which are moving now very fast like in the river.
yeah.
And all these very light particles we've got normally detritus on the ground. It's moved up and going to the filter now. So it's cleaning also this tank.
I love all your substrates. They look so natural. So you're using fine sands, and then you've got different grades of gravel.
No, we collect it directly at the river.
Oh wow, that's why it looks so
That's
natural. Can't get much more natural. Beautiful, isn't it?
Stunning.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to what have we got next. Oh, this is cool. Can you tell us about this, Matthias? This tank.
Yeah, it should be a cove, a very deep cove in Lake Tanganyika.
So that's why they've got big eyes.
Yes.
Because it's so dark.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's very dark.
Yeah.
And we are starting this tank at present. You see the algae growing on the rocks. These are artificial rocks. We need these because we have to take care for the space inside.
Right.
So that's the reason why we use these artificial rocks. And the light will be changed also. So when the tank is ready, we will have only 3 or 5 beams like sun rays going through the holes in the rock to lighten this tank. And you will see these deep water fish inside this cove. You can see that.
So will the light be more of a blue spectrum then, as the?
No, it will not be blue. It's like a cyan, a mixture of blue-green, because you've got more green in the light when you go to fresh water than in marine water. So that's the reason why we try to get these freshwater impression.
Very cool. So this is not ready yet.
No.
How long are we talking till we get the new lights in?
It's 1 week old now.
Oh wow, okay. And this is a marine setup, which is also going through startup phase.
Yes, it's on the startup at present and will be grown out in spring next year.
Okay. That's a good excuse for me to visit again.
What is special about this marine tank?
So this is, well, I'll let Matthias explain. So can you talk us through the circulation system? 'Cause that's
Yes.
really clever.
What we tried is to make a simulation of a reef crest coming up from the bottom of the Caribbean, for example, and behind that we would like to have a lagoon. So the waves which are moving from the open ocean over the reef crest into the lagoon, and the water is running back through the corals.
Wow.
So that's what we try to make here. So that's the reason why we made this complicated construction of glass inside here, with a special construction of pumps under here. And they are running back and forth in within 18 seconds. And they are moving about 16 tons in 18 seconds.
Wow.
So you get the impression for the animals, like the corals or like the fish or the shrimps, that you get a wave running now inside. You can see the particles.
Yeah.
Now the water is stopping, and now it starts to run back. Like a wave.
Yeah,
which is
like a real wave. So as opposed to a standard reef aquarium where you've got different pumps and they're kind of all a bit random, this is proper mimicking nature with the wave pattern. And the 18 seconds is that key.
It's a slow wave, big wave, when you've got, for example, a wind of 6 before or something like that.
Okay.
The tank beside is the same system, but that will be a deep water tank.
Okay.
What we do here, we do not have any action of waves
Okay.
because it's deep
So
water.
deep, yeah.
But what we do have are tides. So the flow direction is changing every 6 hours.
Oh, wow.
So what we made is to build a double bottom
Yeah.
and 2 sets of pumps.
Okay.
So these pumps are running 6 hours
yeah.
and the water is turning like this.
Yeah.
And after the 6 hours, this is coming down and this one will start. And they are running like this.
Wow.
So you get the change of direction,
Yeah.
like in the tides, within a tank of a reef, a deep water reef.
Amazing.
So this will be without any powerful light,
Yeah.
because we will do a lot of so scintillate, so we use anso corals,
Okay.
and they will be fed by plankton.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's part of our special food and diet.
Oh, okay. Excellent. And then that's the displays done, and then we've got loads of selling tanks, and we'll just show you a couple, guys, because there's so many. I really want to show you these tetras here, super rare, never seen these before. So we don't even have a scientific name for them.
Is this scientific name? Tetra espirota?
Yeah, it's not really a scientific name, but yeah.
More of a sales name.
Yeah, but they're beautiful. I love tetras as an aquascaper. Really cool. And yeah, the fish. This is the quarantine system, so these aren't for sale yet. Let's go and see. What did we see earlier? Those. Oh, the cleft, wasn't it? The green phantoms, was it? Where
Yeah,
are they?
in
Here
here.
we are. Yeah, just get us some close-ups of these guys. These are beautiful. Look at these, stunning. Never really been a big fan of Plex, but I think this may convert me.
Yeah, we have some names over here. And some-
L400, L262 and L200. Good prices as well. These are good prices.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean UK is a lot more.
Very interesting with that kerosene.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. Because it's living in a really, really high current flow.
Yeah, you can see by the body shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Are these fully grown then?
no, they're mid-size now.
Wow.
And the specialty is they're feeding on freshwater sponges.
Oh wow. Okay.
There are a lot of kerosines we haven't known yet. They are feeding on freshwater sponges, and so it's very useful for them to get skeletons of sponge.
Right. Okay.
That's one of our diets.
Oh,
so
wow,
that's
okay.
what we try to realize, because a lot of marine fish and now we know also freshwater fish feed on sponge.
Wow. Okay.
Is this the name?
Yes.
And then we've got one thing I did notice, the shop has a lot of the gobies as well, which we don't really see that often in the UK. Do we have any gobies? They're next door.
Up there? No?
Ah. Oh, you gobies.
The gobies are
Next one.
over here. The current.
So how many species of gobies do you stock at the moment?
Now we stock 9 species.
Yeah, that's incredible. Freshwater gobies, beautiful.
On the right side now.
These guys again, like high flow,
Yes.
mainly feeding on.
They're feeding on special crustaceans normally,
Okay.
and they feed in a tank, for example, for mices or cyclones and things like
Okay.
that. The tank below has some bigger ones.
Yeah. These guys.
And they are still in quarantine now.
Do you sell the substrate?
Yes, sure.
It's beautiful. Okay guys, I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks Matthias, it's been really an honour to be in your shop, thank you so much. Let's go back out here. So this is Matthias, this is Panta Rhei. Check it out, you've got your website?
Yes, it's Panta Rhei, also Panta minus Rhei
Yeah.
minus aquatics.com.
I'll leave a link in the comments guys. Check them out on Facebook as well. You have a Facebook page. Awesome shop. If you ever get the chance to visit it, I do recommend it. Thanks so much for having us. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
You take care, guys, and keep on scaping. Cheers. Bye bye.